in the flesh is crazy. One more chance. All I need is one more chance. Just save me. Need is one more chance. One more chance. One more chance. All I need is one more chance. Just save me. Need is one more chance.
Your soundtrack for great times at Seton Catholic Preparatory.
We hope you're having a wonderful time while we play some great music on Game Time. Welcome to Seton Catholic Preparatory. All fans should realize that by their attendance at this game, they become participants, and the schools are ultimately responsible for all participants. More music to come here on Game Time.
It's a powerful combination. The Seton Catholic Sentinels and Game Time.
Swimming in the sound, swimming in the sound of love. Wanna let you down, wanna see you drowning. But the world's coming down, and there's nobody left but us. Girl, if you're shining, yes, I wanna be boy at the end of the day. I just wanna keep on saying it. Kiss me if you mean all the things that you say. I don't wanna keep on thinking. Yes, I wanna be boy at the end of the day. Ain't about to let nobody get
Time is on the air.
Something's coming. Something's coming. Something's coming. Something's coming. Something's coming. Let the games begin. Come walk in my shoes. I done paid all my dues. I got something to prove. All in, nothing to lose. Right now, a new day starts. Woke up my brain hard. Stand up and play my part. Like the crowd waves start. Been patient long enough. Not waiting, I'm bossing up. Life is like a toss up. I take the triple, cross it up. You born to be giant slayers. We shine too bright to shade us or fix us. We love the pressure. It's what made us. Something's coming. Something's coming. Something's coming. Let the games begin.
Bless me with your fire. Open up my eyes. Are you real?
There's a big-time buzz on the campus of Seton Catholic. The men's and women's soccer team surging toward the postseason. And it all gets started with a big matchup today as Gilbert Christian, a powerhouse in high school soccer, makes the trek to Michael Eubanks Stadium. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Joe Pequeno. So glad you could join us right here on a beautiful day for soccer on the campus of Seton Catholic off Ray and Dobson Road for Coach Billy Baker and the men's squad. They are peaking at just the right time. 3 straight wins, a record that is simply dazzling. 9-6, 1-1 in region play. The squad is getting better as the season has progressed, and they are doing it every which way. They're coming off a nice 2-1 victory over ALA West Foothills by the count of 2-1. Griffin Charleston, who's been on fire, scoring goals in 3 straight games, and Peter Sajabi with the other goal in the 2-1 victory. Before that, they knocked off Santan Foothills, the Sabercats 2-0. Jamie Dahl and Charleston with goals apiece. And then a incredible total team victory in the win over Page, a 9-1 rout. Jamie Dahl with a pair. Albanese with a goal. Logan Sauer with a goal. Charleston with a goal. Rodriguez Galvez with 2. And Peter Sajabi with a goal as well. Now the task gets bigger and tougher as the runner-ups from last year, Gilbert Christian, make their trek over to the heart of Chandler. Gilbert Christian ranked #1 overall, a team that comes in with a record of 12-3-1, 1-0 in region play. And this is a team that fell short in the 3A playoffs a year ago to Push Ridge 2-1, and now they are looking for payback. They have got talent up and down, and for Seton, the final regular season game, an opportunity for the Sentinels to put a stamp on ending a 3-year playoff drought. And make no mistake, this team has punched his ticket. They are going back to the playoffs. Had a chance to talk to Coach Billy Baker a short time ago, and I said, Billy, you are my coach of the year in 3A on the girls and the boys side. Billy Baker, the proud recipient of being mentored by Grant Wagner, has taken over, and he's got the boys believing. Last year, this team was mentally all over the place. Some were individualistic. Some did not play for the team. This year, They are all buying in, and they are catching fire at just the right time. And they are going to be back in the postseason, ending that 3-year playoff drought. But now, an opportunity to make a statement on home turf against #1 Gilbert Christian, and a squad that is flat out devastating, led by Devon Dickinson, the head coach. And they are led by Noah Cooper. 31 goals on the year. They've got a slew of players that can punch it in. Grayson Ward, 9 goals. Caleb Barnett with 6. Make that 8 goals. Jackson Lumberg with 6. Noah Collier with 6. Nicholas Veronic with 5. And Brody Moore with 4. So this is a Gilbert Christian team that averages 5 goals a game. And for Seton, they're going to have to be at their very best. And defensively, can't say enough about what they've done the last 3 weeks. Really stifling on the attacking back end. And that back end has been flat out dazzling. You name it on that back end. They have provided the juice, they have provided the energy, and they have provided enough to secure 3 straight victories and a playoff spot for the Sentinels. Starting lineup for Gilbert Christian. It's going to start with junior goaltender Hyatt Lang. #1, senior Brody Moore. #2, Jackson Lumberg. #3, Grayson Ward. #4, TK Reesing. #8, Caleb Barnett. #10, Noah Cooper and his 31 goals. #13, Brady Fredrickson. #20, Leaf Littlefield. #23, Noah Collier. And #24, Nicholas Veronic. Make that Voroncic. And on the other side for Seton, standing loud and proud, of course, on the lower end of your screen right here, decked out in red. It's going to start with senior defender Jacob Alakan. #6, Nicholas Contreras. #9, forward Matthew Albanese Jr. #10, Jamie Dahl. Lethal on the attack, a junior forward. #13, Diego Borboa, freshman fullback. #16, Logan Sauer, sophomore on that back end. #17, Griffin Charleston, who has been dazzling the last 3 games. #20, Josh Brown, sophomore. #22, Carlos Rodriguez Galvez, a sophomore forward. #25, Peter Sajabi, a sophomore forward. And when I read off this incredible list, it's all youngsters for Seton, essentially. They've got 1 senior going. That's Jacob Alakan. And pretty much after Alakan and Nicholas Contreras, everyone is coming back. And along that list, Griffin Charleston. So everyone else, youngsters. And this is an incredible feat for Seton Catholic to be in this position. A squad that, as we look back at their season, they opened with a 5-1 victory over Odyssey Institute. They knocked off Santan Foothills 4-0. Lost to Yuma Catholic 3-0. Beat Santa Cruz Valley 4-0. Lost to Mesquite 2-0. No shame in that. Mesquite's in 4A. Florence, a 7-1 victory. ALA Ironwood, a 5-0 loss. A 1-0 victory at Ben Franklin. A 7-0 victory over Florence. 3-1 loss at Valley Christian. A 4-0 loss to Northwest Christian. A 2-0 loss to Borgay Catholic. So right there, 3 losses in a row. Kind of a wake-up call for Seton, and all of a sudden, the team came out, and it really came out against Page. And they came out in my 3 years of calling Seton soccer with a fury, a passion, a determination, highly aggressive on the offensive end. And they won that match in 60 minutes. A 9-1 victory over Page. They go to Santan Foothills, get the 2-0 victory, and then beat ALA West Foothills 2-1. Now, the ultimate litmus test for the team as they welcome in this high-flying Gilbert Christian team. And as we look at the
Number 10, Jamie Dahl.
top 15 or so, Gilbert Christian. Number 1. Number 2, Northwest Christian.
Diego Borboa.
Number 3, Yuma Catholic. Number 4, Boardgate Catholic. So some of those schools I've already named off, Seton has played. So you can tell the strength of schedule for the Sentinels.
Number 17, Griffin
And
Johnson.
their record of 9-6 overall has earned them a right to play in the postseason.
Gus Munoz.
Number 5, the Catalina Trojans. Number 6,
Number
ALA
20,
Ironwood.
Josh Brown.
Number 7, Valley Christian. Number 8, Thatcher. Number 9, Push Ridge.
Damiano
Number 10,
Kovalevsky.
Ben Franklin. Number 11, Palo Verde. Seton
And
coming in
25,
at
Peter
number
Seton.
12. And the Odyssey Institute, another team that Seton played to start the season,
Yeah, if you please rise and remove
at
the
number
hats
13.
in our
We're going to take a short time out for the school prayer and the national anthem.
In the name of the Father, Son, Holy Spirit. Dear Lord, thank you for the many opportunities you have given us. Thank you for this time to gather in the spirit of competition. Please help these athletes and officials perform to the best of their abilities and keep them free from injury. St. Elizabeth Ann Seton. In the name of the Father, Son, Holy Spirit. Amen. Please remain standing for the national anthem.
And we are closing in between this huge pitch between the 12th ranked Sentinels, decked out in the home red, and number 1, Gilbert Christian. David versus Goliath, but in this case, it's a Seton team standing loud and proud and believing in the home red. Good crowd on hand. Seton Nation, let me hear you a little bit. There we go. Got to get them going out there. It's okay. Caffeine's good for the soul. Coffee, caffeine, whatever's needed to get you going today. Got to fire up the masses. Of course, I am Joe Pequeno, naturally wired. Paulo Hutchison, naturally furry. He is on the live stream. So good he is with us and making things happen. As you can see, Sentinels on a mission right there. So good to see. This team is galvanized, unified, determined, and believing in Billy Baker right there. The round mound of goodness in the just off the screen to your right. He is the architect of putting this all together, and Billy now walking back in. You can't say enough. As far as I'm concerned, he is your 3A Coach of the Year and men's and women's. To get the men's back in postseason contention after everything they've been through. Hard luck losing seasons, and here they are, 9-6, with an opportunity to make some major noise in the regular season finale right here at Michael Eubanks Stadium. The great thing for seeing potentially how things play out, maybe in the first round they get a home playoff game. Now, of course, it's very fluid how things could play out, but a win here today, and they have made some big-time noise that could rattle the cages in 3A. Mother Nature, absolutely gorgeous. Chamber of Commerce weather here in Chandler. The only thing that's missing is tasty waves and a nice cool beverage of lemonade, that cool, refreshing drink. Other than that, picture perfect for a February day in Arizona off Ray and Dobson Road in the heart of Chandler. Sentinels going from left to right on your screen. Gilbert Christian decked out in white. And for the Sentinels on home turf. And here we go. And it's worked on the attacking back end for the Sentinels, working that right side. On that back end, and Gilbert Christian showing their speed and athleticism. This is worked across on that back end. Logan Sauer. And Sauer. And the Sentinels just trying to clear it out, trying to avoid any kind of damage early, and they do just that. A lot of nerves going into this one. A lot of energy and a lot of buildup, a lot of excitement. Sentinels being in a postseason situation for the first time in 3 years, and now they work it back the other way. And scooping it up was Hyatt Lang, the junior goaltender for Gilbert Christian. So glad he can join us on the Seton Catholic Sports Network. Joe Pequeno on the call, the first of two. First, it's with the boys, and then it's with the ladies. And what we're thinking, double trouble for Gilbert Christian. Sentinels looking for a clean sweep as both squads look to head into the playoffs with big-time momentum. Sentinels looking for their fourth straight win. Gilbert Christian, they are red hot, playing fantastic soccer, a team that has all kinds of state title aspirations. They have won 8 straight rolling in to Michael Eubanks Stadium. Big size right there in the middle for Noah Collier, number 23, 6 goals on the year. Obviously one to watch, Noah Cooper, number 10. We saw Cooper, and now on that angle, Collier rips it across. Sentinels try to clear it out, and they punched up that right side. Good job. And now an opportunity as that ball is going to trickle out of bounds, and Gilbert Christian will retain possession. We are just underway. Can't see the scoreboard. Daytime, so we're going to kind of rough it as far as where we are on the clock. So far, the Sentinels have seen just the speed and precision and how Gilbert Christian attacks, and that is scooped up. Great ball recognition by Damiano Kozaliski. And Damiano is sporting some colors between the pipes. He's got all kinds of colors going. Look like he's fresh off an art canvas decorating a picture for art class. But if it works, and if it makes you feel good, do it. First half between these two teams, Gilbert Christian, number 1, Seton, number 12. Billy Baker leading this Seton team back to respectability. 9-6 on the year. They've won 3 straight. Seton on the attack, trying to cross it over, and that's an easy scoop up for Hyatt Lang, the junior goaltender. Right now, both teams in the feel-out process, but you got to like what you're seeing from Seton. So far, they have not been outmatched in the attacking back row. They're getting back accordingly, and they're making Gilbert Christian work. And now Gilbert Christian's got a little room to operate, but Seton works right back. They get it to Sajabi, and Sajabi. And that's going to be Seton ball on the throw-in. So Sajabi works it to midfield. And the Sentinels looking for their first really good opportunity. And that might have been hand contact by Josh Brown. And more Sentinels fans are rolling in. Mr. Pongrant's in the building. Good to see you, kind sir. He is of course, the dad of Ava Pongrantz, who's going to be, when all said and done, and by the time she's a senior, she's going to be the best quarterback in flag football in the state. Mark my word. I was joking with her about that, and I'm like, look, Ava, it's not where you are now. It's where you're going to be. And, of course, Giovanna Descala, a great wide receiver on that football team. But it's all about the boys trying to make some noise. Jamie Dahl, who's been so good. Dahl putting some pressure on the defender, working him in the corner, and Dahl relentless. And that might be a corner opportunity for Seton. And luckily for Gilbert Christian, it knocks off Dahl. But still, good pressure by Jamie Dahl, working methodically in that corner. And for Seton, putting some pressure on Gilbert Christian on that back end. Now an opportunity to attack and get some possession and maybe a good shot within the 18 or inside the 18. But Gilbert Christian clears it out. Now they're going the other way. Gilbert Christian's a big team. They got some size, they got some speed, and they are working at point blank, an opportunity, and that is a cross, and that is put in by Gilbert Christian on the good feed. Gilbert Christian strikes first. It's 10-3. Noah Cooper feeds Grayson Ward. And it's Gilbert Christian on the board first. And that was a situation where for Seton, too busy watching instead of playing. And at some point, that'll be the message from head coach Billy Baker. So we know how good Noah Cooper is, and Seton just let him run by them essentially in the back end. There was no attacking, and Seton has to play with the fearlessness that they showed against Page a couple weeks ago. They came out, were so determined, and just imposed their will, and they have to do the same thing here. They can't get lost. And Kozaleski comes out of the pipes. And right now, Seton has got to maintain its composure. That is shot, and that is blocked. Good job by Kozaleski between the pipes. A 1-0 lead. And once again, we really can't see the scoreboard from here. Sunny day, so can't tell the lights of exactly where we are. Call it within the first 10 minutes on the goal from Grayson Ward and the good feed from Noah Cooper. So as you can see by Gilbert Christian, they've got some size. Noah Collier, number 23, very strong, tall young man. Of course, Noah Cooper on the great feed. See how dynamic he is with the ball? He's number 10. So Seton takes an early blow off the chin. And now they've got to be able to defend the 18 and work their way out of this. Kozaleski scoops it up. And he'll just knock this one down the field. And Sajabi giving chase, and that trickles out of bounds. So right now, all the momentum on the side of the number 1 ranked Gilbert Christian team. Gilbert Christian coming in 12-3-1, 1-0 overall, coming off a 4-2 victory over Beauregard Catholic in overtime. Now it's Gilbert Christian attacking again. And a trip on the turf. And right now, Gilbert Christian a little faster, a little quicker, and right now Seton has got to step up their play. Grayson Ward almost slice and dice his way to a clean shot at Kozaleski, who's under a lot of pressure early in this one. Seton's midfielders have got to come back and provide some extra relief. And that is punched up the field. And Gilbert Christian, a squad that averages 5 goals a game. Multiple players on that squad with 4 goals or more, led by Noah Cooper with 31. He got the assist on the feed of Grayson Ward. On the back end, Gilbert Christian with some size as well. Leaf Little Field. Number 20, a big defender. Kozaliski coming up out of the 6 to scoop that one in. Tries to pooch it to midfield, and right now Seton just needs to change the trajectory, or how about trajectory, of this one. Give an opportunity to put the pressure on the Gilbert Christian attacking back row. Good pass by Brody Moore, taken away and regained by Gilbert Christian. Work in the middle of the field, and that is knocked away. And Nicholas Contreras, now Sajabi's coming up, putting some pressure on TK Reesing. Gilbert Christian working all angles of the field. Collier, left side. Caleb Barnett, dangerous with 8 goals. Sentinels survive that barrage. Checking in for Seton. Brady Fisher, freshman defender, taking a breather. Number 6, Nicholas Contreras. And right now, Sentinels have to show some toughness on the field, because essentially the playoff starts for the Sentinels today, and they have to, and that's a little push that clearly should be going the other way, and that's a good call by the center ref. Noah Collier with a little push in the back and gets called on it. Sentinels looking for their 4th straight win, a record of 9-6. They are in the postseason. A victory here today, and all of a sudden, they're shaking up the 3A tree and letting people know that they are a postseason force. Back end, Gilbert Christian working it to midfield and scooping it and getting it right in the middle of the field. Here comes Sajabi on that left side. Sajabi outside the 18. One defender to beat, works it back down. Sentinels playing some good team soccer, and Gilbert Christian with all the bodies inside the 18. Making Seton work. Diego Barboa putting on a little display, working it back to Sajabi. Sajabi pooches it over. The near header comes up empty. Now tracking it down on the back end for Gilbert Christian. And that's a punch up the field. And they're going to call an offsides call against Gilbert Christian, and that was very close. Noah Cooper, who was full throttle on his way. Now they clear out as the Sentinel is punching it down the field. Trying to keep it alive, put some pressure. So far, Hyatt Lang is, and there's a push from behind, and that's going to go against Seton. But in a game like this, you're going to have to expect some rough and tough play on both sides. This is big boy soccer right here, and nothing's going to come easy for either side. Goals are going to have to be earned. Physicality in the course of fair play is going to have to be displayed for one of these two teams to come out victorious today. The punch up the field, Kozaleski coming out of the box, scoops it up. Good instincts by the young man. That's pushed up the field, Sajabi. And Sajabi watching that one should have attacked and got a little closer. Cooper splits a couple defenders. Cooper. And Cooper gets dropped. And they're going to call it a fair play. It looked like for a split second it was going to be a corner for Gilbert Christian. Instead, it is Seton ball. So great job by the attacking back row, getting back and being in position. So far, Seton defensively holding its own. Only down 1-0 on a goal from Noah Cooper to Grayson Ward. Came within the first 5 minutes. Now, battle ensuing midfield. Grayson Ward been very active in this first half. Now it's worked to that right side. Noah Cooper right there. Cooper blocked by Kozalewski. And Cooper on the deck. But how about the save by Damiano Kozalewski? Takes a shot and knocked it away with ease. He's got the Artwear jersey on, and he's coming up big, but it's a corner opportunity for Gilbert Christian. Nicholas Varancic, middle of the field. And that is rolled in, and the goal is scored. And that was a little too easy as Noah Cooper puts it in, and that time Sentinels just got caught napping. They got caught just watching the game instead of playing it and made it easy as Varancic just basically laced it in the middle of the field and no one attacked the ball. So the Sentinels now down 2-0. The Seton team, which has played so well in the last 3 weeks, they've been the aggressor. And right now, they come out in the early stages of this one a little timid, a little non-aggressive. And when you're playing the number 1 team and soon enough the playoffs begin, there's only one way to go, full throttle. You got to come all out with a purpose, a determination, an effort. It's either motivate or be dominated. And that shot is ripped by Griffin Charleston off a defender. But the Sentinels finally making some noise offensively. At Gilbert Christian back row so far, they've had it easy. They've been playing the attacking forward of the field, helping the Gilbert Christian offense stay on track. A 2-0 victory. Noah Cooper, assist on one. He's got the goal on the other. Worked across, and that shot is ripped, and another goal for Gilbert Christian. Knocked in the middle of the field. A rifle shot. And Gilbert Christian taking control of this one early. 2 goals and on the attack, and they busted through to go up a 3 spot. Knocked in by Kai Lundberg. Lundberg, a midfielder, makes it 3-0. And now all of a sudden you're saying to yourself, for Seton, they've got to really step up the play, or all of a sudden you got to wonder if this will only last 60 minutes. And the big thing, what we've seen is too much watching on Seton's end instead of being aggressive, determined, and tough. Yes, you can say Gilbert Christian's got a little more size, maybe a little more skill, but you cannot put parameters on hustle, determination, and effort. And Seton, at this point, they've got everything to play for in this one. Let loose. You got nothing to lose. Play hard. Go after it. Go with a purpose. And let Gilbert Christian know that it's not just about this game, but somewhere down the road, this Seton team has the skill and will to turn the table and be in the other position. And now you see Seton, Brady Fisher going after the ball full force on the other side of the field. Little punch up on that back end, trying to clear it out for Seton, Jacob Alacon. And a player, looks like that was Cooper, dropping on the other side of the field for Gilbert Christian. Of course, Gilbert Christian, their fan base making the trek here. A 3-0 advantage. Gilbert Christian in total control of this one. Grayson Ward scored the first goal. Alacon, now Grayson Ward with a little move. Tries to turn the corner. Ward, good skill set. Saved in bounds by Jamie Dahl. And Dahl's going to have to be a factor in this one for the Sentinels collectively. Dahl and Griffin Charleston, they got to get going here. But it's a collective effort. Some point after the bully comes to your backyard and beats you up, got to stand up and fight a little bit. That's where the Sentinels are now. Trailing 3-0. Still a lot of game left and a lot of opportunity to turn the tide. Dahl with a little push up and a little pooch shot by the attacking back row of Gilbert Christian. Now that right side coming up with the force, Nicholas Voroncic. He's got skill for a bigger guy. Voroncic work in the middle of the field and knocked away, but GC keeps it alive. Gilbert Christian riding a big winning streak, averaged 5 goals a game. Kozaleski comes up and scoops it up. So the first 2 goals, pinpoint. Cooper to Grayson Ward. Then Voroncic to Noah Cooper. And then Kai Lundberg off the corner kick. It was just too easy. Sentinels now playing an uphill battle against the #1 team. And that one is just knocked wide. Kozaleski stretching out. And that was a rifle shot. Gilbert Christian continues to bring the heat. That time it was Caleb Barnett. 8 goals on the year. So you want firepower? Gilbert Christian, they can provide it. Multiple players. They can attack you from multiple angles. And Billy Baker on the sidelines and absorbing this one. Dahl midfield. And Gilbert Christian knocks it away. So Seton possession on the throw-in. Logan Sauer. And won't be Sauer. Instead, the honors will go to Brady Fisher. Fisher tosses it in that corner. Giving chase. Little pushing and shoving. Matthew Albanese laying a little hand to the back. A 3-0 Gilbert Christian advantage. Now coming up next, it's the girls' center stage. Sentinels ranked number 3. Gilbert Christian right behind them. The defending 3A champions right after this one. So it's all the leather you can handle right here at Michael Eubanks Stadium. Admission absolutely free right here in the home of the Sentinels on the Seton Catholic Sports Network. Paul Hutchison controlling the signals, the audio. Nathan Erickson up top. Make that Nathan Crick. Apologize, Nathan. I was thinking about another Nathan in my life. Somehow the names got twisted and turned, but I love you regardless. Nathan up top on the camera work, and of course, yours truly. Dissecting all the pictures and action on the screen. Now another opportunity. Cooper keeps it alive, punches it up top, inside the 18. Work back down. It's Barnett. He's in a battle against Brady Fisher. Knocked away. A 3-0 Knights advantage. Started with a Noah Cooper to Grayson Ward goal. Voroncic to Noah Cooper, and then off a corner, Kai Lundberg. Basically right in front of the box. Had an open look as the ball just perfect line to him. No one went to the ball, and Sentinels pretty much gave him a perfect look. We are 36 minutes after the hour. So I'd like to say we are 36 minutes into this one. Stoppage, very little. None at all, really. And Sentinels playing the uphill battle. Down 3-0. They've won 3 straight, and now they get a taste of the postseason by taking on number 1 Gilbert Christian. And some good physicality by the Sentinels. And that's exactly the kind of play they need right there. Some mental toughness and fortitude by Diego Borboa, D'ing up his man. Now, last quarter kick did not bode well for the Sentinels. Here it is. Worked inside the 18, point blank. Opportunity. Sentinels try to clear it out. And Kozaleski with the save. Great job denying Kai Lundberg, who was there for the putback. Sajabi on that left side. Tries to keep it alive. Right now, the Sentinels looking for a boost, a life of some sorts on offense. A team that's been so aggressive in the last 3 games, really setting the tone. Came out a little sluggish, a little intimidated, and found themselves watching the game a little bit. And you can't do that against a team like Gilbert Christian. Now Griffin Charleston works it to Jamie Dahl. Dahl right side. Dahl with a boost. Just to the right of Hyatt Lang. And that's what we want to see from the Sentinels. Right there. Aggressiveness. Griffin Charleston and Jamie Dahl with a quality rip. Putting the fear of life into Hyatt Lang, who had to come out of the 6, and that was just to the right of the near post. But a good offensive set for the Sentinels. Now build off that. A lot of time. Play some defense, play fearless, be relentless, and be ferocious. Just like in The Wolf of Wall Street, courtesy of Leonardo DiCaprio. Come out with a vigor, come out with a determination. Carpe diem. Seize the day. Rise to the occasion. Own it and crush it. And if I had more cliches, I'd throw them out. But right now, it's Sajabi in the back end, and Sentinels doing a good job of working it out of the back end for a split second. Sajabi. And that's what might be needed. As the Sentinels front line and come out and help defensively. Grayson Ward works it back down to McCoy Valone. Now in the middle of the field, it's Brady Fredrickson. He's got 5 goals. TK Reesing hit the turf briefly for Gilbert Christian. Now they work it to that middle of the field. That big body, Noah Collier, punched in the middle, and a good cross-field pass that cannot be taken in by Jackson Lundberg. Lundberg, he's got 6 goals on the year. We talk about firepower. 8 players with 4 or more goals on this Gilbert Christian team, led by Noah Cooper with 31. Some stoppage briefly on the field. And now the scoreboard is working. There we go. On the throw-in, it's Fredrickson. Under 14 minutes left in the first half. Now, I know as I've gotten older in life, my eyesight doesn't work as well. I do wear reading glasses, and most of you will when you become older in life, more seasoned. But it wasn't me. It was the scoreboard just wasn't on the time. Sajabi gets it taken from behind. Jamie Dahl works to that left side. Griffin Charleston, 3 straight games with 3 goals. Charleston and That gets knocked away. So Griffin Charleston scored in the last 3 games. He's been a determined force for the Sentinels. Now an opportunity for the Sentinels with under 13 minutes left in this first half to maybe get one in and get one closer. Plenty of time left. An eternity. As Jamie Dahl with the corner kick. Dahl works it inside the 6. Opportunity out in front, and Gilbert Christian, the Knights, clear it out. Good effort by Alakan to keep it alive for a split second. And now the Sentinels are going to have to hustle back and make sure Grayson Ward doesn't keep it alive. Lundberg in the middle. Lundberg beats a defender. Lundberg, opportunity. Lundberg knocked away by Kozalewski. Kozalewski. Wearing more colors than a rainbow, knocks it away. He's got the pretty jersey and gets it done out of the pipes, securing the 3-0 deficit. Good job by the young man, really reading and has a good feel of Gilbert Christian's offensive attack. Worked on that back end. Sentinels trying to work the middle of the field. Brady Fisher has it taken away. Sajabi now coming over. Sajabi gets it, and that's what the Sentinels going to need. There is no room. Griffin Charleston, middle of the field. Griffin Charleston over to Jamie Dahl. Dahl works it. Dahl splits. Tries to keep it alive, and the Knights keep it alive out of their zone for a split second. Now Sajabi in that middle. And the Knights take it away. Coming up off the back end, the good feed in the middle. Noah Collier, the big body. Collier turns the corner, and that's knocked away. Great effort by Jacob Alakan. Under 11 minutes left in this first half. Sentinels down a 3 spot. They got caught watching a little bit in this one, and now they've got some work to do on the back end. Corner kick for Rancic. Knocks it right inside the 6 and gets knocked away. It'll be another corner kick for Gilbert Christian. Of course, this is the first of 2. Coming up later, the women, ranked 3rd in the state. Sentinels inside the box trying to clear it out. It's loose. Shot is up. And it's going the other way. Less than 10 minutes in this first half. Sentinels ranked 12th. Gilbert Christian, numero 1. Sentinels inviting the big boy on the block over for an afternoon cup of tea, and right now it's Gilbert Christian enjoying all the tea and crumpets with a 3-0 lead. Dahl upset himself that he couldn't secure that cross-field pass. Off the throw-in, McCoy Valone. Checking in for the Sentinels. Opportunity, Carlos Rodriguez Galvez. A sophomore forward. He's got some skill. He can put the ball between the pipes. And right now, Billy Baker having a conversation with Matthew Albanese about some execution offensively. Nice move. Good spin job by Zach Sauer. Griffin Charleston works it over to Sajabi. Sajabi's got the middle of the field. He's got some room to operate. Jamie Dahl in the middle. That's punched over the left side, and the Knights clear it. But right there, and a little push from behind, Grayson Ward. Oh, and that's a great pass, and Kozalewski comes up and just denies Verancic at the last second. That'll go out of bounds. Sentinels look like they had an opportunity a short time ago. 8 and change. We're winding down. Lundberg, right side. Varantich. He is denied. Coming back up, Brady Fisher. Sajabi from his forward spot. Sajabi hits the turf. This one is pushed and Kozaleski. And that is worked in on the body of Varantich. Varantich against the pooch down the field and makes it 4-0. Varantich, tall, athletic, just outworked the Sentinels on the back end. A 4-0 Gilbert Christian advantage. And Varantich, so big, one big giant gallop is about 5 steps from the average person. Sentinels trying to put some pressure on the attacking back of GC, but they make it look easy. Coming up and racing on that right side was Noah Collier. So between Collier and Varantich, they've got 2 outside forces that can cover a lot and physical specimens that can really impose their will and thwart off small defenders. GC in total control. Seton with only one really true shot on net. Jamie Dahl off a good feed by Griffin Charlson. Just went just to the right of the near post. Other than that, it's been all Knights. Sentinels have won 3 straight. And now they're getting their taste of what the postseason is going to be like when they face a higher seed, knowing they can't afford to come out slow and sluggish and be intimidated. And that's what it was early in this one. They have to be aggressive at all times, and no one can be flat-footed, especially defensively. This team's got to know when they play teams in the top 10, those teams have got skill, size, and they can't afford to let anyone get an extra step. And too many early moments in the first half, that was the case. Sentinels spectating instead of playing. But look, you'd rather have this learning curve now. Griffin Charlson, middle field. Charlson with a shot, and Hyatt Lang brings it in. So Griffin Charlson looking to score yet again in his 4th straight game. Charlson and Dahl so vital to the success of this team. Charlson, a senior midfielder. Jamie Dahl, a junior forward. And Griffin Charlson. And for the other seniors on this team, they've been through it. Seniors like Jacob Alakan have labored through the losing. Last playoff season was 2022. But this year, a winning record for the team as they'll go back to the postseason. In the meantime, just an opportunity to learn and grow from, and realize that next week the postseason starts. And as Apollo Creed once said to Rocky Balboa, there is no tomorrow. Got to bring your A game. You got to bring your hustle. You got to bring your determination. That is what it's all about. No room to let the opposition breathe. Got to suffocate them at all times. And right now, GC has shown why they have an opportunity to potentially win it all. A team that lost in the finals last year after being the number 1 seed. They lost to number 2 Push Ridge 2-1 in the finals. Squad that felt it didn't capture the mission at hand. And now a year later, as they stroll in with a 12-3-1 record, a shot of redemption. For Gilbert Christian, it's gold, ball, or bust. For the Sentinels, an opportunity to learn and get better from this, and they will. To come out with a determination, as they showed a couple weeks ago in the victory over Page, where they just came out flat out dominated with their effort and energy right off the top. Closing in on 2 minutes left in this first half. Work to the middle field by Brody Moore. Taken away. Excellent work by Diego. Jamie Dahl in the middle of the field. We'll slide it over to Griffin Charleston. Charleston with Sajabi on his right side. And coming up and knocking it away, Leaf Littlefield, a sophomore. Sentinels on the outside, trying to knock the door down. Trying to score before this first half is over, build a little momentum. Work to the middle of the field. Sajabi trying to work it over to Logan Sauer. And a good answer by Gilbert Christian. McCoy Vallone swings it over, and Caleb Barnett. Now an opportunity for Seton. That is busted, and that one is in. Seton is on the board. Seton on the great hustling effort. And they bang it in. Sentinels have now made it 4-1. And give the goal to Carlos Rodriguez Galvez. Good hustling effort. Now 4-1. A lot of time left as Seton gets on the board. Of course, at halftime, we'll take a short break. Talk to Billy Baker, get his thoughts about the first half. And now the Sentinels have to just make sure they secure this lead. Gilbert Christian, Seton has got their attention, and now they are coming out with a fury, trying to tack on to go back up 4 and get goal number 5. Under a minute left. Clock is ticking. And if the Sentinels can get out of this first half, they go in with some confidence and a little momentum. Sajabi in the middle of the field. 28 seconds left. Griffin Charleston coming up the field. Charleston worked over. Once again, Rodriguez Galvez with some impactful minutes. Now it's the Knights. And this one is going to wind down the first frame. And the Sentinels with a lot to be happy as they head to the break. They get the goal late from Carlos Rodriguez Galvez to make it a 4-1 deficit. A short timeout from Michael Eubanks Stadium. Sentinels and Gilbert Christian, number 1 versus number 12. And right now it's the Knights with a 4-1 halftime lead. We are closing in on the second half. Sentinels trailing Gilbert Christian 4-1. Started fast for the Knights. Noah Cooper feeding Grayson Ward. Banged it home. Ward, that's his 10th goal. Then it was Varantich Nicholas feeding Noah Cooper for his team high 32nd goal. And then off a corner kick, Kyle Lunsberg basically was the recipient on a threaded corner kick that no one bothered to defend, and he beat Kozaleski, who had no opportunity. And then it was Varantich on a pooch off the body that beat Kozaleski. Sentinels making some noise on that back end with Carlos Rodriguez Galvez knocking one in. So I love how the Sentinels responded. Getting a goal, showing some fight, and now they have an uphill battle trailing 4-1. But the big thing, they were better offensively in the final 5 minutes. And the team working its way back from the clubhouse for, I'm sure, which was a stern conversation by head coach Billy Baker. Look, bottom line, when the number one team comes in town, you don't lie down. You bow up. You got to outplay them. You have to outwork them. You have to out-hustle them. Your energy level has to be better than them. And in the first 15 minutes or so, Sentinels were not that. They let Gilbert Christian dictate the pace. A lot of time left, and regardless of the outcome, you want to see the Sentinels give 150%. That's all you can ask for, and that is what they need to show, because essentially this was the playoff moment. By no means is this a playoff game, but this is the last regular season game, and they're playing which will be the number one seed in 3A. And the Sentinels learning from this one, they've got to come out ready to go. Sajabi opportunity, and that was worked in the middle. Matthew Albanese, maybe one spin move, and he would have had a shot on goal. Sajabi left side. Sajabi tried to turn the corner. Worked in the middle. And Griffin Charleston gets it back. Charleston fires it up, and Charleston, and that is knocked off the hands of number 99, Logan Liddy, who's now in goal. Logan Liddy. But Griffin Charleston gave it a rocket shot. So now this Seton offense coming to life. And a corner kick with Dahl in the corner. And Dahl fires it up. That's inside the 6, and Charleston could not keep it alive. On the other side, worked up by Noah Collier. Sentinels knocking it back to the attacking back row. Jacob Balakan shoots it up that left side. Diego Borboa works it up. And Logan Liddy will secure it. Getting loose on the sidelines for the Sentinels. Big number 0, Ali Acuna. His number could be called in this one. And this has worked all the way in for a throw-in for Seton. Important moments in the first couple minutes of this one. Sentinels came out with a good offensive possession. Now they have to work it back to the other side of the field. Can't afford to let Gilbert Christian retake the momentum, re-seize control on the attacking front line. And collectively, it's all about energy and effort for the Sentinels. Got to learn from this and be ready for next week. No matter where they're seated, come out with a better level of intensity and focus. You can always say that the other team might have more skill, but you can never, or should you say, the other team's got more will. And that's, right now, Seton is learning from this one. There has to be a non-stop fight in their system. And getting that goal at the end of the half by Rodriguez Galvez was a winner. Sajabi, they call offsides. Offsides is such a tricky call, but that was clearly offsides by Sajabi. TK Reesing, the junior, will toss it in. Reesing works it up and having an answer right there. Diego. Of course, his brother played on the Seton Catholic team as well, following his brother's footsteps. Noah Cooper, and Noah Cooper, big strides. Cooper trying to turn the corner. Cooper, a couple defenders, splits them both. Cooper gets taken down. No call, and Brady Fisher on that back end. And Cooper coming up slowly. And that's not a good sign for Gilbert Christian. Cooper looks like he might have tweaked his back and on that lower end. Of course, this Gilbert Christian team, so many weapons, they can beat you so many ways, but they can't afford to lose Noah Cooper and his 32 goals on the year. Now on the other end, Noah Collier. And that works out of bounds. Sentinels ball. 35 minutes left in this one. Sentinels trailing 4-1. It gave up some easy goals to start. Found themselves in a 3-0 hole in the first 20 minutes. Now an opportunity to fight, scrap, and show what they're made of. Valuable final 35 minutes for Seton on home turf. Squad has won 3 in a row to punch their ticket to the postseason. The squad will be returning to the postseason for the first time since 2022. Tremendous effort by Coach Billy Baker. Grant Wagner is watching. And we know he's so proud of these young men and Coach Baker for blossoming into a playoff team and setting the standards for Seton soccer, moving in the right direction. Culture is set. It's all about determination, effort, and having a team attitude. And Billy has these boys believing and playing hard. Coming up and flying through, Zachary Sauer. Sentinels with the set situation. And Sauer was knocked from behind. This is booted in the middle of the field. Brady Fisher doing a nice job. Pooched up, Griffin Charlson. Charlson works it back down. We'll pooch up to Sajabi. Sajabi. Some physicality on that sidelines. Now it's the Knights. They punched up that left side. Looks like that's Noah Cooper. Cooper. It's got some skill, rifles it, and that's over the top of the crossbar. But by no means was that easy. Make that Noah Collier on the other side. Of course, number 24, Nicholas Vorantich. Number 24, as you see on the lower end of your screen. Vorantich has been a force. Sentinels got the numbers on the attacking back end. And that's going to be a call against the Knights. Pleading his case and not getting the call. And working his way back up the field, Brody Moore. 32 minutes left. Jamie Dahl with a defender off the header. And that's the situation right there for Seton off the pooch. Got to have some more bodies attacking the ball instead of looking. Noah Cooper on the throw-in. Quick stoppage in play. Women. Knights and Sentinels coming up after this. Sentinels ranked third, taking on the defending 3A champions. Both teams have scored over 100 goals. You want offense, you want great players, it's coming up in the next game. And then some. Offense gets all kinds of accolades on both sides, but it's going to be the attacking back rows and goaltenders that will make the difference in this one. And that one is ripped and wide of the near post. Big time shot by Noah Cooper, looking for his 33rd goal of the year. He assisted on the first and scored the team's second. Now Gilbert Christian getting into a little bit of a comfort zone in the last 2 minutes. Controlling the clock. Worked over Brody Moore. Dumps it back down. TK Reesing. Griffin Charleston takes it away for a split second. Reesing works it back. Gilbert Christian, no problem working the clock a little bit. Taking some time off. And when you're chasing a 3-0 lead, Sentinels can't afford to let every valuable second tick off. Mother Nature, absolutely gorgeous. Chamber of Commerce weather, early parts of February. Griffin Charleston, middle of the field. Charleston works it over. Shot is up, and that is ripped wide by Matthew Albanese. Albanese, got to wonder if he should have glided forward maybe another 15, 20 feet. Would have had a better stroke, and maybe had Dahl attacking on that far right side. You see Jamie Dahl, top of your screen, slowly walking back. Might have been a chance there. Kozielinski gets the ball dumped back down. And that's a dangerous play by Kozielinski. Sentinels will clear it out. Down 4-1. Kozielinski. A learning curve between the pipes. Sentinels learning in a big way, taking on big number one. Team that lost in the finals last year to Push Ridge, 2-1. Sentinels have already punched their ticket. They are in the postseason. Now they're getting a true taste of what it's going to be like facing a higher seed with big-time skill and big-time physicality. Jamie Dahl up top. Dahl showing just how good he is with the leather. Gilbert Christian takes it away, and that's the case right there is Noah Cooper. Coming up, Cooper fires it across right into Kozielinski. And that's a situation right there we kind of talked about, seeing just watching the game a little bit more instead of being on the attacking end. Can't afford to give space. In that case, Noah Cooper, as Kozielinski will come out of the pipes. He had some breathing room. And a player coming in with 31 goals cannot be allowed to breathe whatsoever. He's got to earn every step of acreage he earns. Kozielinski pulls it in. Under 27 minutes left in this one. Middle field. Dahl Dahl opportunity, fires it up, and Dahl knocked away by Logan Liddy. But Dahl with a quality rip, and Seton showing some life in this second half. Now their second shot on goal in this frame. Griffin Charleston with a good rip. Now Jamie Dahl. Corner kick. Dahl in the corner. Sentinels setting up their offense. Charleston inside the 18. Jamie scoping it out on that far left corner of your screen. Now the whistle's blown and we are in. Inside, giving chase, Aiden Sauer. Sauer keeps it alive, pooches it, and Logan Liddy comes up. So another good offensive attack by Seton. Unfortunately, no one was there for the putback. Little pooch by Diego Borboa. Worked up, Griffin Charleston. Dumped back down to Alakan. Charleston, left side, coming up the field. Varantich, Sajabi beats a defender. Sajabi lets it fly, rips this one, and this one's heading toward campus. MAF studies, 4:30. Under 25 minutes left in this one. At some point, we'll see our good friend, Freddie the Flamingo, will make his appearance here to say hello to all the good people here at Seton Catholic. That's what Freddie does. He's a fine, feathered friend to all of mankind. A 4-1 Seton deficit. This one knocked on that right side. Dahl. Jamie Dahl's got a lot in the gas tank. He is all over the field. Jamie Dahl not playing afraid whatsoever. As well as Griffin Charleston. They've gotten better throughout this one. Now it's worked up for Seton. Past midfield. Putting some pressure on the forwards. Good move by Brody Moore. Keeping alive, working to his attacking back row. Now it's Grayson Ward. Has been a force throughout this one. Starting early, scoring the first goal for Gilbert Christian. Now in the middle field, Griffin Charleston with a purpose. Griffin Charleston flying. Griffin Charleston beats another. Griffin Charleston centering pass and knocked away. Pooched in the air. Sajabi. A little late going after it. Sentinels just needed one more body. And that's going to be an offsides call easily. As Varantich was cherry picking. Easy call right there. Offsides in the Pro Leagues and the World Cup, they got VAR. Here we have line of sight, as in the eye in the sky between your nose. Don't lie. This is booted up. Dahl tries to work a header. Some bodies flying with Albanese in the middle. Coming up, Fisher, and they're going to call the foul against the Sentinels. Winding down at 22 minutes left. And it's actually fairly warm. For a February day, usually it's a little chillier. Kozaleski between the pipes and a hop up high for that one. Pulls it in. Varantich giving chase. Griffin Charleston works it over. Sentinels, little pooch up. Sajabi. Charleston. Good moves by Griffin Charleston. Keeps it alive. GC. Tries to pooch it across. Aiden Sauer just a tad late getting there. Grayson Ward. Ward with a good move. In the corner. They're going to call a foul against the Sentinels. Free kick just outside the 18. Critical moment right here. Sentinels got to defend inside the 18 and give Kozaleski a good line of sight. Free kick. And Kozaleski comes up and scoops it up. Denying the stroke by Caleb Barnett. Sajabi on the other end of the field. He's got a teammate racing right to his right. Sajabi works it back down. Now it's back to Sajabi, taken away. Big time contact on that side. Sajabi gives it back. Sajabi works it over. Diego Borboa. Brody Moore's there. Threads the needle. Griffin Charleston giving chase. And right now it's going to be an all-out effort for the Sentinels to get back in this one. Sajabi opportunity. Sajabi. Brody Moore left side. That is off the hands of Logan Liddy. Sentinels with another shot. Not going away. Borbeau to Sajabi. Sajabi using his body, trying to force off the defender. Worked in the middle. Griffin Charleston keeping it alive. Charleston. Good move. Little spin move. Threads it right in that middle. Right side, and Jamie Dahl just out of the reach. Zach Sauer had the right idea. And Sauer was going in for the kill, and that one's up and booted. That's up and over the crossbar. Big time rip by Matthew Albanese. Here comes Carlos Rodriguez Galmez, as well as Giancarlo Dal Olmo. Sentinels. Peter Sajabi looks a little winded as he comes to the bench and soaks up some agua fria. Mother Nature providing ideal temperatures, maybe even just a tad hot for this one. That's a push off right there that Brody Moore got away with. A clear shove, minor off the chest of Griffin Charleston. And Griffin will track that one down. Make that Diego Borboa's Charleston now in his line of sight on the far left of your screen. Worked in the middle of the field. Giancarlo Dal Olmo giving chase. Worked over Jackson Lundberg. Brody Moore on that back end. Now it's Leaf Littlefield. Griffin Charleston. Charleston lets it fly, and that's ripped out of bounds. To the right of the near post. Winding down to 17 minutes left in this one. Coming up, it's the girls. Four to 1. Gilbert Christian trying to hold off the Sentinels which have played a much better second half. Now we see some of the ladies. Barrett Padilla, the outstanding goaltender for the women's squad, working away on the field. Sentinels off the free kick. Jamie Dahl giving chase. Borboa keeping alive. Good moves. Diego. And Diego wins the battle. Great job by Diego. Charleston in the middle. Good hustle by Caleb Barnett. Now Noah Cooper, who's had a tremendous impact in this one. Assist on the first goal. Scored his 32nd for goal number 2. Looking for more. And the Sentinels, great job. Sauer takes it away. Pooches it up. Midfield strike by GC. Now they're back on offense. Winding down to 15 minutes left in this one. Cooper taking on 2 or 3 Sentinels defenders. Sentinels doing a much better job clearing. And a good display of sportsmanship by the Sentinels and Kai Lundberg and Diego Borboa. Of course, both sides want to win. At the end of the day, it's heavy competition. No sides want to lose, but at the end of the day, it's all about good sportsmanship. Remember, these are friendly rivals of the AIA. Under 15 minutes left. Gilbert Christian got out to a quick 4-0 lead. Now it's Noah Cooper, and this one knocked out by Kozalewski. And they're going to talk this one over. Noah Cooper shot on that right side. And they're going to call that a goal for Noah Cooper. Cooper, his second in this one. It's now a 5-1 lead. And now the Sentinels having some conversations. Ali Acuna coming in. And Damiano Kozalewski coming out. And Kozalewski not happy as he walks past the AR2 with a little bit of a glare. 5-1. 14 and change. More soccer to come from Michael Eubank Stadium. The women taking center stage. 2 squads that have each put up over 100 goals. Some of the Sentinels now in attendance for this one. Emerson Stoft and company. You want a force of nature. Emerson Stoft has been that and then some. She's already set the school's all-time single-season scoring record. But it won't be complete unless they win it all. Billy Baker said it from day one. State title or bust with this team. And now they take on the defending 3A champs as you see them walking on, courtesy of the great camera shot by Paulo Hutchison. Of course, in between, we'll take a hydration break because caffeine or agua fria does a body good. Set piece for Gilbert Christian. Just outside the 18. And that one is shot wide. Brody Moore with the shot. Just to the left of Ali Acuna. Sentinels have made some noise. They have made backup goaltender Logan Liddy work, a junior. Hyatt Lang with the start. Spotless first half, but except for the one goal he gave up late in that frame. Coming up, Giancarlo Dal Olmo. Gilbert Christian has an answer. And they're going to call the foul against Gilbert Christian in Leaf Little Field. Under 12 minutes left. February day, and it's mucho caliente. You're coming to the field. You don't need your jackets. You don't need your gloves. But you need your agua fria. H2O. As Bobby Boucher would say, that's some high-quality H2O. Set piece for Brady Fisher. The fake, and this one pooched. Left side, the cross. Oh, and the header just over the head of Griffin Charlson, who was trying to get up to about 7 feet, and Logan Liddy off the corner secures it. But once again, a good set piece there for the Sentinels. Good plan of attack on the multi-fakes. Then Borboa laced it across just out of the reach of Charlson. And then the put-back kick. Ali Acuna. Acuna almost lost the handle. Charlson worked it up. Left side, Albanese. Trailing. Dal Olmo worked in the middle. Dal Olmo going out to the leather, as well as Brady Fisher. Good effort, hustling by Carlos Rodriguez Galvez. Has scored the only goal in this one for the Sentinels. Sentinels trailed 4-0 early. And they've been chasing the game. Came out a little flat-footed. Women on deck. They are getting loose. They are getting ready for the defending 3A champion Knights. And your destination right here on the Seton Catholic Sports Network. Paul Hutchinson, a live stream. Jim Shoebridge, the great athletic director of Seton Catholic. Jen Hutchison, the juggernaut of athletics on campus. Freddie the Flamingo, the fine, feathered friend of all. Not just to Seton, but to mankind. Where would the world be without Freddie? Charlson, middle of the field. Charlson works it right side. This one up, and this one just wide of the far post. Great sequence from Charlson to Rodriguez Galvez. Just stroked to that far left side of the far post. But once again, Seton so much better offensively in the second half. Ali Acuna will scoop it up. And there's a call that goes against the Sentinels. Billy Baker calling for everyone on the line. A wall of defense for the Sentinels. Now you got to wonder if it's going to be Jackson Lundberg or Caleb Barnett taking the shot. Lundberg is lining up. Wall defense. About 20 feet in front of him. Also, in that threesome, the closest, farthest end of your screen is number 1, Brody Moore. .7:13 left, and if you're the Sentinels, you want the clock to start. Can't afford to let valuable seconds tick off. A lot of time in setting up this set piece. Too much. Worked across. And that one is ripped, and that one is in. The fire and the stroke is in for Gilbert Christian. They go up 6-1. And the goal is ripped by Caleb Barnett. That makes it 6-1. Now the Gilbert Christian women working their way to the turf. Barrett Padilla, the senior goaltender for Seton, has her work cut out for her. Knights just as offensively gifted, and then some. Voronich want to get away with a push in the back for Gilbert Christian. Now he gets it back. Works it up to Lundberg. Pulled away by Brady Fisher. TK Reesing racing up. And Griffin Charlson on that left side. Charlson with the boot up. And now the referee has blown it dead. Griffin Charlson coming up a little gimpy in the middle of your field. 5:45 left. Stoppage as we'll take a moment. Back to line play off the set piece. Griffin Charlson. Little one-on-one dazzling moves with the shoulders. Aiden Sauer left side. Stroked across, centering. Knocked away, and good shot by Dial Olmo. Dial Olmo was ripping across and looking for Rodriguez Galvez on the cross. And GC came up with it. Now a corner for Diego Borboa. Sentinels playing hard. A much better second half. This one pooched in over the head of Logan Liddy. Now some changes stepping in. Jonathan Uball as well as number 5, Anthony Trevino. Good time to work in some young players to get that valuable playing experience. Learn about the physicality and learn about bringing effort. And Carlos Rodriguez Galvez coming off the bench has played spectacular minutes. He has been dazzling. Sentinels, barring a miracle, will fall to 9-7 and await their playoff fate. And they are back in. Make no mistake. This team is going to the playoffs. Gilbert Christian will improved to 13-3-1. Number 1 seed coming in and will remain after a convincing win here today. They came out with a fury and set the tone early. Big thing for Seton to learn from. They got to come out with energy, effort, and aggression. Can't be intimidated by the jersey or the size. Right side and a little push over there by Jonathan. Make that Jacob Alicorn. A little shove on that side to Kyle Lundberg. Lundberg, who scored the 3rd goal of the game. Pretty much a gift off a corner kick that threaded through everyone, and Lundberg says, okay, I got it. Now it's Barnett from the corner. Winding down, 2:27 left. Take a short timeout between these two. And then it's the battle for the region title. Knocked away. GC was going for the putback and could not put it in. They work it in the middle. Sliding it across. Barnett lets it fly. And Barnett rips it just past the far post. Ali Acuna on the dive. And 1:50 left, and now all the parents are strolling in for the nightcap to watch the young ladies, ranked number 3, rolling on a big-time tear, taking care of business. This one winding down. Billy Baker has to refocus all the energy now for the boys in the final $1.15 and give all that energy to his women's squad that are playing for the region title against a Gilbert Christian team that's 8-2 overall. They've scored 115 goals, defending 3A champions. 115 goals. Sentinels have put up 105. Racing up, Brady Fisher. Fisher trying to split 4 defenders and could not. Needed just a little help. That's a situation right there where Jonathan Uball will learn he's got to be bringing that energy. That's a blast, and Ali Acuna will secure it off the leg of Kane Anderson. Final 25 seconds. And this one, a learning moment for Seton. But make no mistake, a good time to learn as the real season begins next week for this team. They'll regroup, they'll reload, and they'll get ready for their first playoff appearance since 2022. The final, Gilbert Christian, the top seed, knocks off the 12th seed, the Sentinels, by the count of 6-1. They started fast. In the first opening minutes, Noah Cooper fed Grayson Ward. Then it was Varantich to Noah Cooper for his 32nd goal. Off the corner kick, Kyle Lunsberg, point blank, beat Kozaleski. Then Varantich made it 4-0. Sentinels got on the board late on a Carlos Rodriguez Galmez goal. Second half, the Sentinels light years better. But in the end, too much Noah Cooper, his second goal, and Caleb Barnett with the icing on the cake. So the Sentinels fall to 9-7, 1-2 in region. Gilbert Christian now 13-3-1, 2-0 in region. And they are the region champs. Coming up next, it's the ladies. Sentinels and Knights. More to come from Michael Eubanks Stadium coming up on the Seton Catholic Sports Network.